Hey bookworms, welcome back to Book Peer. I'm Paul,
And I'm Alice.
ready to dive into another great book.
Always.
Well, today we're going to be talking about self-discipline.
Ooh, I like it. A very important topic.
It is, and thankfully Ryan Holiday's written a whole book about it.
Oh, yeah. Discipline is destiny. I love that one.
Me too. It's packed with really great insights. And for all you listeners out there, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel while you're listening.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
So this book, it's all about how self-discipline can really shape your life and help you achieve your goals.
It's not just about forcing yourself to do things you don't want to do, though.
Right.
Holiday actually draws a lot of inspiration from the ancient Stoics.
The Stoics, interesting.
Yeah, and their philosophy. They have these 4 virtues. Courage, temperance, justice, and wisdom.
Okay, 4 virtues, got it.
And Holiday argues that self-discipline, what the Stoics called temperance, is actually the key to a fulfilling and successful life.
Okay, so you're saying that instead of thinking of self-discipline as like deprivation, it's more about striving for your best self.
Exactly. It's about making choices today that set you up for success tomorrow. Holiday calls this predictive discipline.
Predictive discipline. Huh. I like that. So what exactly does that mean?
Well, think about it. The choices you make right now, like choosing to study instead of scrolling through social media, they're all shaping the person you'll become.
So it's like planting seeds for your future self. I like that analogy. Makes the whole concept of delayed gratification a lot more appealing, don't you think?
Absolutely. And it leads to a really interesting point Holiday makes about the connection between self-discipline and freedom.
Oh, that's interesting. How so? I always thought of discipline as being kind of restrictive.
Right, most people do. But Holiday argues that true freedom isn't about doing whatever you want whenever you want. It's actually about mastering your impulses and desires.
Oh, I see. So by controlling those things, we actually free ourselves from being controlled by them.
Exactly. It's about having the willpower to say no to that extra cookie or to get up early and go for a run, even when you'd rather sleep in.
So it's like we become the masters of our own destiny.
Exactly. And it all starts with mastering your body. Think of it as the foundation for mental discipline.
That makes sense. Like, you can't even resist that bag of chips. How can you expect to tackle bigger challenges?
Right. He uses some really compelling examples from history to illustrate this, like Lou Gehrig, the legendary baseball player.
Lou Gehrig, wow, yeah.
This guy played through injuries, fatigue, all kinds of setbacks.
Talk about mental and physical toughness. He must have had incredible self-discipline.
Exactly. Holiday points to Gehrig as a prime example of someone who used discipline to push past his limits. And it's not just about physical strength either. He also talks about mastering the mind. Think of Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius.
Marcus Aurelius, another great example.
Had to stay level-headed and in control while ruling an empire.
Oh, I can only imagine. So how do you develop that kind of mental fortitude?
Well, for one thing, Holiday emphasizes breaking free from unhealthy desires and addictions.
Okay, so that's a big one.
Yeah, he talks about how some incredibly talented people never reached their full potential because they couldn't overcome those struggles. He also introduces this Stoic principle called festina lente, which means make haste slowly.
Make haste slowly. That almost sounds like a contradiction.
It does, doesn't it? It's about finding that sweet spot between ambition and patience. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle and try to achieve everything all at once, but that often leads to burnout.
Right, burnout. Nobody wants that.
Exactly. Think of it like running a marathon. You don't sprint the whole way. You pace yourself so you can reach the finish line.
That's a great analogy. So it's about having the discipline to work steadily towards your goals without burning yourself out.
Precisely. And this ties into the idea of moderating your mind. It's about learning to respond to situations thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively.
I see. So taking a moment to pause before you say or do something you might regret later.
Exactly. It's about being in control of your emotions rather than letting them control you.
Right, and accepting that you're not going to be perfect all the time, but you can always strive to improve.
Exactly. Now, if you're ready to put some of this into practice, Holiday provides a bunch of strategies in the book. It all starts with setting clear goals.
Okay, so not just like vague ideas,
Yeah.
but really clearly defined objectives.
Right. But he takes it a step further and suggests breaking those goals down into smaller, more manageable steps.
Oh, that's smart.
So instead of saying, I want to write a novel, You'd break that down into daily writing goals.
That makes a lot of sense.
It makes the whole process less daunting and easier to track your progress.
It's like creating a roadmap for your goals.
Hmm.
What else does he suggest?
Well, once you've got those goals in place, he recommends establishing routines.
So building structure and consistency, like scheduling specific times for working out or writing or even going to bed.
Yes, routines take the guesswork out of your day.
And you don't even have to think about it.
Exactly. They eliminate decision fatigue and free up mental energy for other things.
Plus, it reinforces that whole delayed gratification thing we were talking about earlier. Sometimes you have to choose what's best for you in the long run, even if it means sacrificing some immediate pleasure.
Exactly. And speaking of pushing past discomfort, Holiday emphasizes the importance of actually embracing discomfort.
Embracing discomfort. That sounds a little unpleasant. What does that even look like?
It means pushing your boundaries, challenging yourself mentally and physically. He argues that the more you step outside your comfort zone, the stronger your willpower becomes. It's like building a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets.
So like facing your fears, trying new things, taking on challenges.
Exactly. It could be anything from learning a new skill to taking on a challenging project at work, anything that stretches your capabilities.
Got it. This is all really insightful stuff. What else does he cover?
Well, he also talks about the importance of managing your environment.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, so being mindful of your surroundings, minimizing distractions, create a space that supports your goals.
So it might mean decluttering your workspace or setting boundaries with those energy vampires in your life.
Uh-huh. Or even just turning off notifications on your phone. It's about creating an environment where you can focus and do your best work.
Does he talk about material things at all?
He does. He's a big advocate for living below your means, embracing a simpler lifestyle and prioritizing experiences over possessions.
Ah, classic Stoic philosophy right there.
It is. And it circles back to that idea of freedom. The less you're tied down by material things, the more freedom you have to pursue what truly matters.
It all connects. So how do you make sure you're staying on track with all of this?
That's where reflection comes in. Holiday stresses the importance of regularly taking stock of your progress, your actions, and your choices.
So setting aside time for self-reflection, maybe journaling or just having a quiet moment to think about how things are going.
Exactly. Self-reflection helps you learn from your mistakes, adjust your strategies, and stay motivated.
Okay, that makes sense. So I'm loving all these insights. What are some other key takeaways from the book?
Well, one thing Holiday emphasizes is that self-discipline isn't just about personal achievement. It actually has a ripple effect on the world around you.
So by working on ourselves, we're actually contributing to a better society.
Precisely. He believes that disciplined individuals build stronger relationships, more supportive communities, and ultimately a more just world.
I love that. That's inspiring. It makes the whole journey of self-improvement even more meaningful.
It does. But Holiday also offers a word of caution. He warns against something he calls earned crankiness.
Earned crankiness. That's an interesting term. What does that mean?
Well, it's this idea that people who cultivate self-discipline can sometimes become, well, overly critical of others who don't have the same level of control.
Oh, so it's like you've worked so hard on yourself that you start judging others for not doing the same.
Yeah, and that's something to be mindful of. Everyone is on their own journey, right? We all have different strengths and weaknesses. It's important to be understanding and compassionate.
That's a really great point. So as we kind of wrap up this first part of our deep dive into discipline is destiny, what would you say are the biggest takeaways?
I think it's essentially a call to embrace a life of purpose, resilience, and self-mastery. A life where you actively shape your destiny through disciplined choices.
Love it. And hey, while you're thinking about all this, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.
Yes, please do. We'll be back with part 2 after a short break. And it's not always about, like, achieving some huge life goal right away.
Yeah, it's those little choices we make every day, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like choosing to go for a run even though your bed is calling your name, or opting for a healthy snack, you know, when you're really craving that bag of chips or something.
Right, or that big bowl of ice cream.
Mm-hmm. It's those seemingly small wins that add up and create that foundation of self-discipline.
That willpower muscle.
Exactly. It's not always easy, though.
Right.
But Holiday reminds us to be kind to ourselves along the way.
Yeah, not beating ourselves up when we slip up.
Exactly. We're all human.
We are.
We're bound to make mistakes. It's all part of the process.
The important thing is to learn from those mistakes and keep moving forward.
Keep striving to improve.
Absolutely.
And don't forget to celebrate those small wins along the way, too.
Yes, celebrate those
Each
wins.
step in the right direction, deserves to be acknowledged.
Exactly.
As you continue to strengthen that self-discipline muscle, making healthy choices will become easier and more natural.
You start to crave that feeling of accomplishment,
And the sense of control
Yes.
that comes with it.
And that feeling kind of extends to other areas of your life as well, right?
Absolutely. It can positively influence your relationships, your work, your overall well-being.
It creates like a ripple effect of positivity.
It really does.
You make a good choice, you feel good about yourself, and it motivates you to make even more positive choices.
Yeah, and that momentum builds.
Yeah.
Before you know it, you've created a life that's filled with purpose and meaning.
And that brings us right back to the core message of this book.
Discipline is destiny.
It really is all about understanding that you have the power to shape your own future.
You're not just a passenger.
Exactly.
You're the driver.
And self-discipline is that key that unlocks your potential.
Mm-hmm. And if you're looking for a book that will inspire you to take control of your life and become the best version of yourself,
Discipline is Destiny is a must-read.
it really is.
And hey, if you're enjoying this discussion, you're hungry for more insightful book breakdowns, don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
And hit that notification bell.
We've got so much great content coming up.
We love connecting with you, fellow book lovers.
And before we wrap up today's discussion, we want to hear from you.
Yes. What are your thoughts on Discipline is Destiny?
Have you read it?
Have you explored any of Ryan Holiday's other books?
Let us know in the comments below.
We'd love hearing your insights, and we might even feature your comment in a future episode.
So don't be shy. Join the conversation.
Yes, let's keep the bookworm community thriving.
And remember, folks, the journey towards self-discipline is a marathon, not a sprint.
You don't have to transform into a stoic philosopher overnight.
Start by incorporating just one or two principles from the book into your life.
Maybe try setting a small goal and creating a routine that helps you achieve it.
Or practice delaying gratification by resisting that impulse purchase that's calling your name.
The most important thing is to simply begin.
And to keep practicing even when you stumble.
Because that consistent effort is what leads to meaningful and lasting change.
It's about building a life that is truly authentic and fulfilling for you.
So embrace the power of self-discipline.
You got this.
And we're here to cheer you on every step of the way.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Book Peer.
We'll catch you in our next episode.
It's a journey.
It is. And remember, it's not about becoming some kind of superhuman overnight.
No, not at all. It's about those small, consistent efforts that really compound over time.
Exactly. You don't have to completely overhaul your entire life, all at once.
Right.
Just start with one small change.
One small change.
One new habit you want to build.
Right.
Maybe it's getting up 15 minutes earlier each day to fit in a quick workout.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Or dedicating a specific time each evening to work on that personal project that you've been putting off.
Yeah, make time for those things that are important to you.
Exactly. The key is to make it manageable and sustainable.
Manageable and sustainable.
You don't want to set yourself up for failure.
Right. Set yourself up for success.
Exactly. And don't get discouraged if you slip up every now and then.
It happens. We're all human.
We are. It's all about progress, not perfection.
Progress, not perfection. I love that.
It's about getting back on track, remembering your goals, and just, keep moving forward.
And as you start to experience the benefits of self-discipline, that increased productivity.
That sense of control over your life.
Yeah, you start to feel really good.
It becomes a powerful motivator.
It does.
To keep going.
To keep going.
You start to crave that feeling of accomplishment and progress.
Absolutely. And before you know it, those small changes, they've transformed your life.
In amazing ways.
They really do. So what are you waiting for?
Pick up a copy of Discipline is Destiny.
Yes. Start your journey today.
Become the best version of yourself.
And if you've enjoyed our conversation, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Book Peer for more great discussions just like this one.
We love having you as part of our book-loving community.
We do. Until next time, happy reading, everybody.
See you later.